Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
First step should be to learn the fundamentals. Essential AI jargon has been reduced for your convenience. In terms of everything from neural networks to algorithms, we have you covered. Together, let's go with the flow. If you're interested in AI and high tech, you can join the next global tech giant at www.coolzone.ai.
Hey, Magic Unicorn of Passive. It's Thursday, the 4th of January, 2024. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, it is. Anyway, I think something's about to explode. Can you feel it? Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, give Marty and Chris a thumbs up, and let's rock and roll. Yes!
Yeah, you deaf donkey. I tell you what, he said some pretty funny things there. I'm about to explode. That cracks me up when he says stuff like that. Sorry, go ahead, Marty.
Anyway, hello everybody. Yeah, as the unicorn said, it is the 4th of January. Time's ticking. Time flies when you're having fun. It flies even if you're not having fun. But we're an unpassive, and I am having fun. Last night we had a surprise visit, but well, it wasn't that much of a surprise. But Hatchery Forest showed up on OMINOO trivia. He was there a few hours. It was very good. He ask questions about what our goals are, immediate goals, like between now and next December. Um, what would you like to get going? And not necessarily has to get done, but what progress have we made? And he gave some of his, and they were the most touching of all. I mean, that made my day. We all said what we felt, and obviously, everybody's just different. But actually everybody's different but the same. It's kind of funny. Um, well, some people want more of the big this, the big that. I mean, obviously we want things personal, but there's some little things for me that are personally for the family to get stable, and then work on other things. But yeah, it was very, very good. Um, what else? Oh, as you can see, a lot of videos coming out every day, like three. Today there was two videos and a blog, which I made a vlog out of, which was the one about jargon, AI jargon. But the more we think about it and what was said, and us meeting with us, I mean, look at the unique thing about this company that's like no other. One is the CEO. What CEO comes on and spends hours with you? I mean, it just doesn't happen. And he had a good time. I believe he wanted to be there. I had asked him, we're on if you'd like to come in and chat a little bit, it's okay. Just say, yeah, I think I'll come. So I gave him the link and he showed up. Now, it's hard Obviously, he loves doing that, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Yesterday, 360, kind of a recap. Um, didn't say specific times and dates and all that, but if you read between the lines, big things are happening really, really soon. And he said, if you're still debating, do I go? Do I not go? Am I going to pull the trigger? Am I going to buy? Am I going to start the engine? You're going to be too late if you keep doing that. And listen, I hope you do, but if you don't, I'm not going to cry over it because everybody knows by now where we're at, what the situation is, and to start the engine in this company for peanuts, to start a business for peanuts, just doesn't make sense to me even that it's in a debate. If you have the money, I'm not saying use your, rent money and all that. I never said that. I would never say that anyway. But you can find a way to make it happen. I've done it where I've had nothing, but I'm also looking at the outcome of where this is going. And even if I don't know the actual what's going to happen in a month, 2 months, 3 months, I am blown away at the potential just by where we were. Like to me, by the end of January, the end of February, end of March, lives are going to be so different already. And if you make a little bit of effort, the thing I really love that Ash brought up, and part of the reason I love it is because we've talked about it. Listen, all of you have a gift of something. All of you have something to share. And you may not think you do, but you dig deep, you're going to find something that you are good at. You're better at it than anybody else. Like Ash said, you don't want another Marty or another Chris or whatever. You're unique. And the platform of Unpassive, which has been said millions of times, the platform on Passive is fertile ground for you to live to your fullest. I believe that. Whatever your passion is, I don't care what it is. You can get in there. You can think about what you like to do. I mean, I've heard people talk about even fishing, or uh, some people want to do the arts where they want to get a building and have, because they have different things they like, whether it's movies or creating movies or directing or writing or, you know, all that's possible. I mean, you could go right in the ONET, create any kind of group you want. And listen, no matter what you think, oh, nobody's going to care what I think. That's not true. And what I would do is start your passion, because I'm telling you, if you initiate the passion, people that have the same passion will come to you. Why not be you? People say, I don't want a job. It's not a job. Your passion should never be a job. Where people say, oh, Chris said it last night. It felt good, but you're most dedicated. I'm not, when you're doing something that you enjoy, it almost doesn't feel like dedicated. I'm really into it because of what I believe is going to happen, 100% in my heart. So I push it. There's a million people here. There's people, countries that could be pushing as hard as they can, working as hard as they can, and maybe they don't get recognized. And somebody that blows all out of the water. I don't know, but I know this: you're unique. Grab what you can, and expose your dream to others, because I guarantee you're not that unique. You'll find that there's thousands of people that want or interested in what you're interested in, and if you initiate it, they're going to come because you already have it. Don't wait for somebody else to make that group. Don't make for somebody else to make that club. You do it. You could do it right now. Call it whatever you want. Okay, maybe it's not that big yet, but start working towards that. You don't have to be there every day. You don't have to. It's not a job. Your passion's not a job. Chris didn't go fishing or out on the lake or in a boat because it was a job. He loves it. If it became a job, why would he do it? He's not a true captain of a ship where they charter something or whatever. He's going because he wants to go. That's life. Look, it's very short. Life is a vapor. Okay, appears for a short time and vanishes away. And on passive, I believe most people, they're lucky if they live 50% of what the potential is. That's sad. And I'm not talking about years, because there's people that live 40 years and live 3 lifetimes as somebody that lived 80. Really, no doubt about it. And there's some that lived 80 and never really lived. So right now, I'm going to be 64 soon. Chris is 57, 58. Until God says, Marty, you're getting out of there. Your time's up. You got to run with the ball. Don't sit on the sideline and say, give me the ball. Why? I want to run. Really? At 63? Yes, give me that damn ball. I'm running. And if everybody did that, which, believe it or not, that blows me away. I love seeing people grow and do things that they want to do. But this is the platform to do that. Like we talked, believe it or not, me and Chris talked a long time ago, a couple years ago, about starting a podcast, like a professional podcast after this really gets going. I think it'd be cool because the podcast, you can do that really from anywhere. And I hope one day that I have a bigger house and an office where I can do all these things and be loud, be a crazy unicorn without my whole family having to mute the TV, while I act like an idiot. But I enjoy it, and I think we're all in for a rockin' life, and helping people. Yeah, no doubt about it. Everybody. What I love about on Pastor too is everybody always veers off into wanting to help somebody or some organization or something, and that's not an accident. But put it all together. Here's the ingredients. Why are you here? Because you got a good heart. How did you see Unpassive? Not just with your eyes, you saw it with your heart. Because if people really saw it like I saw it, I can't imagine anybody saying no. It blows me away that anybody would say no. But yet the guy that said no or the woman, they're blown away that you said yes. It's just life. It's the way it is. And that's what's pretty cool about family. Look, I love my family. I don't have a real big family. I mean, I can do it in one hand, in both hands. Um, I love them. We respect each other. They pretty much would do what I tell them to do, but I don't talk business or on passive to my family, except my 2 sisters and my son. The rest of them know, but I don't push it. They do ask, how's it going? Great, fantastic. But don't put yourself out there. It's not worth it. Listen, are you going to take care of your family? Yes. Yes. Would I give a founder position to somebody that would not tie in, would not plug in? Look, I'm practicing what I preach. My family says, no, I'm not going to go to look. I'm not going to even look in the back office. I'm not going to check out Burj Khalifa. Yeah, and you're not going to be a founder either. It has nothing to do with loving your family. It doesn't. But we're here because we saw it. And I don't mean with your eyes. Listen, here's the difference. Look at Chris Johnson. He never took that journey. He never did the MLM. Can I get kicked in the crotch hard for 5 years, right? I shouldn't say it like that, but that's what it is. I mean, it's you get beat up, you get up. You get beat up, you get up. You get beat down, you get up. You get tripped, beat up, they take your money and you get up again. Why? Because that's who we are. That's who Chris is, believe it or not. But thank God the first business he sees online, it's not an MLM, it's a brick and mortar business. And I believe looking at what they've done and what they're doing, will be the number one biggest company IT on the planet Earth. So pretty good lottery ticket Chris got when he picked on passive out of all the businesses probably people talk to him about. And a lot of you are the same. I know a lot of you said I got in, I got ripped off, I did this, I did. I know, I lived it. I lived it. And listen, no matter what, if you got a good heart, MLM's rough because you got to use people. You have to use them. They're a number. On passive, you're not a number. You're a name. You're a person. We get to meet each other. In business online, you actually, I did. I would avoid getting personal with people. Not because that's me. I mean, I love it. As soon as we got on passive, we created on Passive Nation. But in the MLM world, I deliberately not got too personal. Why? Because I know they'll be gone in a month. And that's sad. That's sad as hell. That's horrible. But you're because I couldn't face hurting them and hurting them and hurting them. And then when I realized it's the system, you can't beat it. It's not going to work unless you can just eliminate the people and just shoot for the numbers. Because you can bring people in quicker and they leave. You're doing pretty good. But then what? What do you have? Bunch of people looking up you like you're some kind of guru? No, you're not. You're just a jackass that was able to bring in people, then they passed through and they quit. That's it. That's it. I haven't met any that I go, oh, they're so special. Special is on passive. Special is the way it was set up, the way it was designed from the beginning. So I'm stoked. Last night was one of the better webinars, I thought. People spoke from the heart. Um, I knew a lot of the stories because we talk about it. But yeah, it was a big deal. I did find myself not knowing what my dreams are. I my dreams are I want to come lighten the load for Dawn. But do I have stuff after that? Yeah, I just don't have any. It's crazy, but I don't have what people think. Not right now. I'm not saying I don't have. Yeah, I'm going to get a bigger house. I'm going to get. But to me, that's not the same as a personal. What do you want personally? I'm not sure. I would like to take this ride as long as I can. I love working with the people. I love seeing people grow. I tell you what, Ash is right. Next December, we have a meeting again and talk to everybody who was in it. For one thing, Ash will remember, but we'll be able to look back and look at this year because that video Red did, well, the company did, was massive. What's it going to look like next year? What's it going to look like when we probably start a podcast and we're bringing people on for the second time after after the startup? Because I believe we didn't even start yet. There was a test start, but look at this. Right now, people are paying. It's going through pretty smooth. We knew it would. As said, he knew it would. Too big to fail. Do or die. So I just want to say, love y'all. I'm glad. I'm going to post that if Ash says it's okay. Well, Minnow's got it, but I think he won't mind. I don't know if she knows how to upload it, but we could put it out there, at least put it in the back office, because I think people need to see it. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Chris. And like I said, Red will be on at 11. We won't be real long, but I'm going to let Chris have it right now. Go ahead, Chris.
Good morning, Marty. Thank you. Excellent. I did not talk to Red today, but I think he's going to be doing a recap from 360, if I'm not mistaken, from when Ash is on there. He didn't know anything about the OMINOO, so and like you said, if we share that, but I want to say that yep, it's going down in my record is one of the best webinars I've seen because it was more personal. The guy got on there and he started it off, and excuse me, he said, I want to know goals, dreams, personal, whatever. And then he said, you need to tell me real fast. You need to tell me pretty quick. And everyone was looking at you, and he said, he gave a date, December 31st, because it's going to be on, basically. He was saying, and I could see people's faces lighten up. And then he said some really personal things about himself and his personal goals, which blew me away. And as he said, is he's going to hold people to what they're saying to him tonight. And I say the same thing to him is I'm going to hold that to you because I want you to achieve that goal, which is very, very important to him. You can see about how passionate he was about when he say it. I'm not going to say it on here. If he gives us permission to share it, you'll be able to watch it. I witnessed a few people because the panel was full and we couldn't get on there. Hi, doggy. My dog's birthday's today, dog. What do you think about that? And uh, We had some people on there the first time talk to Ash, which I was more excited about than anything. Ash basically was, it ran very late in the morning. I think it was 2:30, quarter to 3 in the morning, and we were still going at it. And there's little things that we all got to remember sometimes, even though we get Ash in a webinar. This is pretty much his working time, the hours that we were talking to him this morning, and he took time. What he needed it. Bottom line, the man needs to talk just to regular people once in a while, and that's us. And I think he has a great way of saying things. He was talking about we all have different wants, different needs, different ways we want to give, but thank God they're not all the same because then we all end up in the same thing. Uh, for an example, we have two individuals that said they both love dogs, which was Kiana and Jennifer. How they love to do things with animals. They want to do shelters. They want to help homeless dogs. And I don't know if they realize there's there's at least 1 billion people in this world with the same passion as them for dogs. So when Marty was saying, do this, no one's going to pay attention. Listen, there's millions of people that are going to pay attention to you, no matter what. There's 1 million people that like dogs, billions. There's another 1 billion people that care about the lakes and the oceans and the environment. There's billions of people that care about everything. So don't sell yourself short when you say, "Oh well, I just want to do like a dog shelter." That is huge in this world, whether you know it or not. Now I love animals. Of course, I have one. I've had it my whole life. But it's the thing Ash was trying to say is every one of us are different. Every one of us are unique. I did have a lady text me about a whole plan that she has to make this veterinary village. And I said, I'll keep this, let me know. And when Noblesse gets going, and we'll have those discussions. A lot of discussions when Noblesse gets going. Right now, it's not. We want people to generate some of that moolah going before we even talk about stuff like that. Ash has got a plan. When he's ready to talk about it, he will. Am I excited about that? Oh, yes, I am, because I want to be a part of all that, period, with Noblesse. And everything else that comes in line with the passing. But to see him tell people that you better tell me your dreams quick, not quick enough. I want to know because exciting things are going to happen this year. Big things. He did say on 360, boom, 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 right after another. And I like that when he says that. And hold on, I gotcha. And all of a sudden, it was just an amazing thing. But when you see the video, what he said his personal was and what other people's personal was, it opened up a whole nother meeting. This wasn't everyone trying to jump at it. It was a controlled environment. People understood. I'm not here for Q&A. I'm here to understand you. He wants to understand you. But he started off so that we can understand him. He came on as not a CEO last. That came on as just a friend, a guy that wants to come in and talk to people. And that's the side of Ash MUFAREH a lot of people don't know about. I know about it. Marty definitely knows about it. But to know, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm sitting on a panel or I'm texting, because I was texting a few things with a guy that I believe is going to be the most known in the world as the future comes to us. I'm not going to say the richest man, even though I think he will be, because that is not what his plans were. But I'm talking to a man who is going to be worldwide famous, known for what he did for humanity. And that's it. It's not about being making 1 billion people successful. It's about helping out the world. And like I said, if you can get rid of poverty, wow, that's pretty cool. So there are no birthdays that I know of except my dog. I didn't even know that, my daughter said. There are a few people that we're praying for still out there. And I'm going to say Ash is a little under the weather. He's got a cold. Marty's not feeling good. And you can see my eyes. My allergies are absolutely horrible. We can always use prayers, guys. But we're also praying for everyone else. And a lot of people ask me. But I want to tell you, I hope we get to share it. It was phenomenal. You're going to see a different Ash MUFAREH. But I need you to listen to what he's saying. It's very strong. It's very heartfelt. Marty DeGarmo, that's all I really got. Back to you, buddy.
That was fantastic. I think the reason me and Chris do lives together is because we speak from the heart. I think it works
You
very, very
know,
well.
real quick, I want to say one more thing. I thought about this. If Ash MUFAREH in the last couple of months has said we're going to change the colors, the planet's going to look different. I want you to think about something. And this is just my thinking. If all the founders right now, from the founders to affiliates, let's say 2, 3 million people, if all of us just went out and planted a garden, one garden, one garden, couple feet big, wide, tall, whatever you want to call it, with all different flowers, how much the world would change just from that 1 feet by every one of us planting a garden or planting a seed, if you know what I'm saying. All of our gardens are flourishing now. We just don't necessarily see it yet. But I'm telling you, if every one of us planted a garden, the world will definitely start shaping up for different reasons. And I'm not talking about a vegetable garden. I'm talking about your personal garden. Back to you, Marty.
Yeah, very good. Remember, as said this years ago, do one good thing for the company. Because if you do one good thing for the company, it will rebound and do good for you. We should be giving thumbs up to the new videos. We should be going to YouTube. We should be going to on passive Twitter. Make a comment, uh, share it, because every time we do something towards that type of thing, it gives more exposure. More exposure will bring in more people will join with us. That's fact. Anyway, I want to tell everybody thank you very much. It was a great day, great night. Uh, I'm probably gonna lay down for a little bit,
A little tired.
whether,
A little
yeah.
tired today.
Well, I went to bed late, not as late as Chris. I got off. I had to get off. My knee was blown up, and then I laid down, but I couldn't get to sleep. Then when I got to sleep, next thing you know, I'm up at 5,
and I,
tossing and turning, tossing and
and
turning.
I had the fear of not waking up because I woke up late yesterday, so I set my alarm real loud. And when that alarm went off, I was out cold, but it scared the heck out of me. And I'm like, I can't be late again. That's just not me. We aren't going to do that again. But I slept good from 4 o'clock till 8:30.
Thanks, thanks everybody. Really, I mean, thanks for being here. And start thinking. Think about you. Think about what you can do with this unbelievable platform. That's why it was built. Anyway, love y'all, and I'll see you. We see you all the time, but we'll see you tonight anyway. Okay, bye.
Ah.